Blessings, blessings. Hey, welcome to Life's Place. Thank y'all for the likes, the loves, the shares. I appreciate all the subscribers. Yo, this random thought is just, we've been so desensitized, or we've been put into so many sequences and cycles and shit that a good amount have been desensitized to the point that feeling really is a trigger for some people. It causes them anxiety and panic attacks and shit, right? I don't know. I just started thinking about this shit. Like a lot of things that we've all gone through, like experiences and shit, it really does desensitize us to the point that, it really is easy for folks to be influenced into thinking negatively and toxicity and going towards toxicity because that's what we are used to a good amount, unless we're stuck in those circles where it is filled with that to the point that it's become normalcy, where some people really are used to a lot of the spell work when it comes to the manipulation and the confusion of people. That's the gaslight and the love bombing, right? It's like, really, dang, this thought really does come to mind that a lot of us really don't feel, to the point that when we do feel, we're more susceptible to believing that it's not real because of the feeling. Sometimes the feeling is opposite of nervousness. It's like a calm, if you're not always around, if you're always around chaos and a whole bunch of disruptions, peace really does trigger someone that's used to chaos. That's like walking into a quiet room when you're all day in loudness, you have too much going on outside of you, where your mind really is noisy, where walking into a quiet room will create the loudness back into your mind, where you have to match it up so it can even you out and balance you out. Wow. It is a trigger. It's a trigger to walk from one noisiness of craziness, really, of other people's opinions, advice, and every other type of talks, versus the quietness of just listening to yourself. It's a difference, because there is a difference, because when you look at the lust, the power, and the greed, when it comes to the history of this, where they're lusting over the life, like the image, to hold up the image, whereas the mask is, holding up who they're trying to be, who they really want to be. But the mask behind it really doesn't even like themselves. That's why the image has to be held up so highly. Oh my gosh. This is like, this falls into the art of detachment at the same time, where, you know, some people really just want you to be just influenced into the greed, the power of it all, and the lust. The one that will, the Jezebel spirit that will trick you into believing that, what, if they do orgy, oh my God, this is the orgy chick, yo, the orgy dude, the ones that's insecure, that feels that, what, this magic and this magic and this magic, and, tricking people by continuing in the, ooh, this is deep, like trying to make people traffic themselves into keeping up the energy of money, like getting money. Oof. It's the, how do you even break this shit down? Again, this is like the most weirdest of energy that ever pops in, where some people thrive off of the lust, the power, and the greed in order to get money and keep money coming in. But the notion is to keep confusing everyone around them into what is the real thing. Because, oof, this is deep. Because love is felt. Love is so felt, where, lust, there's no love in that. You know, Oh, that's why they need the recycling of people over and over again. That's why they don't have a problem haunching everybody, because it's recycling energies to confuse everybody. Whereas, ew, that's nasty. But do you? No, no judgment. Just protect yourself and stay clean, because there is such a thing as carrying too much energy where you will confuse yourself because you're carrying a lot of energies with you. Whereas you really don't know which way you're going. But celibacy helps. It cleans you out more so, like detoxing your whole body. But diverting this way and that way from the actual subject, the subject matter, which I truly forgot now when it comes to the random thought because of all the thoughts that came in it in between. Geez, it's really truly, I don't like this energy. Yo, it's like, how do you do this energy again? I'm gonna come back again because this energy is kind of. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna come back. Have a good one. Yeah.